J.L. Todd writes, Role 4, Scene 12, Take 8, Action. Hi, it's Jerry, and for today's video I have a special guest, my close friend who I call Karou, and today we are going to be playing a game where I show her a cover of a book or other story thing I'm working on or have worked on, and she's going to guess what it's about, and there's like one or two in here which you already know like what they're about, but like, okay, go. You can hold
She's depressed.
Anything else?
Waiting for Half-Life 3. That's Sarah. And she's a victim of bullying. It's like 13 Reasons Why, but it has an accurate representation of depression.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, that is Sarah. Yes, she is depressed. This is the story of Sarah Morrison. Starts when she's 14 and goes to when she's about 16, and it's basically just her. The way I have it formatted is it's like a diary entry or journal entry. So she like has dates and times and stuff, and she talks about how her life is really depressing and stuff, and it's I don't know if this is a noise spoiler. So it's called The Half-Life of Sarah Morrison because at one point her friend and temporary boyfriend, her boyfriend at one point,
Current boyfriend.
not current boyfriend,
Like, current at that point.
okay,
Yeah.
so boyfriend, Hal says like mention like how being depressed, because he was depressed at one point as well, but not as bad as Sarah. He says it's like half-life because you're not really truly living, but you're still existing.
It's about someone who has two different colored eyes. Or maybe they're like a prophet and they can like see into the future and shit.
That'd be cool.
They're like kind of an outcast because of their eye color. Stop! That's all I have.
That's all you have? Okay. So, Crazy Eyed, I am actually not working on anymore because it was like a terrible little idea I had in middle school, and it was like terrible writing. It was so bad, so bad. Basically what it is it was kind of dystopian, and like it was kind of based off this series by, what's his name? Westerfield. I have it right in front of me. Westerfeld. Uglies. And like kind of the beauty standard idea. I mean, how like people in society, their DNA has changed so that they're the stereotypical idea of beauty with blonde hair, blue eyes, yada yada yada, like Hitler.
Ew.
And like this one girl, she like basically if there's like something messed up in the DNA and they're not born with blonde hair, blue eyes, then they have to either shave their head or dye it after the age of 13 if it's not blonde by then, which is of course ridiculous because hair doesn't turn blonde, it turns darker, not lighter, and that's like bleached with sun and dye and crap. And if not, then they're killed because it's an extreme dystopian society that my 7th grade mind came up with because it's very stereotypical. And like the main character has blonde hair, but she has brown eyes, and like for 3 years she's been wearing contacts, but eventually because there has to be an added element somewhere, the contact, like her eyes became immune to the contacts, and so like they pretty much dissolve right away, and so she has to like hide and stuff. And like there was going to be like 2 sequels, but honestly they're not long enough. There's not enough info in it, so I just stopped writing it.
So is everyone white?
I was in 7th grade, I didn't get that far. I think I had some people that weren't white, but
Okay.
So yeah.
It's a collection of LGBTQ slash fiction and short stories. It's wonderful. I have read it.
Yes, there's a copy.
So many relatable people. It's pretty much. I don't know how to explain it if I already know it. Like,
yeah.
Rain Tavier, I'm guessing it's a girl, goes through a lot of shit. And you know, she likes some boys, and they're like, well, I don't like you like that. And then, like, I don't know, her family life is, like, messed up. Probably her grandma or someone dies, I don't know. She likes horseback riding. Oh, maybe she's rich. Cheerleading. Oh, maybe it's the heartbreak of never being able to accomplish anything in life. Maybe that was her dream. That's all I have.
That's all you got? Okay. So I've been working on this since I was like in 9th, or since I was like 14. And basically, I don't know where I got this idea from, but there's this girl named Rainy, and her best friend.
Because it's like her mood, rainy, sad. Yeah.
Rainy's best friend, for some reason, my 9th grade stuff is like, hey, she's a witch, and so she's gonna like curse her best friend because she got really overly mad at her or something. And so basically, her best friend curses her, and like she's like, until you learn to love, then you're going to like die every time you start falling in love, unless it's like pure love or whatever. And so like the 22 heartbreaks, that's how many times she dies in the series of short stories. And like it starts off like it's the short stories take place within like a 200 year time frame.
Oh my.
Because I don't know. It's like I use some historical things, but honestly can't remember anything right now because I haven't worked on it for like 3 years because I've been working on other projects. But like that's just a little thing. Yeah. Oh crap, you're right.
That has to do with the Zodiac signs, and they go to this like special headquarters in the middle of nowhere, and they all have powers and stuff, and they're like, oh, and I don't know, it sounds cool. It sounds like a mixed version of like Divergent and Avatar, and that's lit.
I haven't seen Avatar for a while. I need to watch it again.
It's amazing.
I've seen it twice. I just don't remember details about it, except the guy's in a wheelchair.
Which Avatar?
The one with blue people?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen that one then. Okay.
It's the Airbender.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. So the power of the Zos. She said there's magical people in a headquarters based off the Zodiac, and it's going to be a 5-book series, and then there's going to be a prequel, so I guess technically 6. And the leader of the organization is called the Zos, based off the root word Zodiac, and the leader is Father Time, and like every 30 years, this magic source creates 24 new Zos, 2 from each side, male and female, from all over the world, and they protect magical and non-magical beings, and some crazy stuff happens in it that I can't say because it's really major spoilers.
It has a lot of diversity.
Yes!
White people, watch out. Move aside.
Move aside, white people. I am white.
So, I love this. I love this. That's so cute. Okay.
Cover?
Yeah.
That's not gonna be I don't think that's gonna be the final one, but that was what I had to do for NaNoWriMo and creator writing last year.
Okay. So it's about this girl, Jackie, who moves to Florida, and it's pretty much her adjusting to life down here. Not that like it's that crazy, in my opinion. But no, not her life, but Florida. Yeah.
Oh.
But pretty much she's taking a shit ton of AP classes. This dumbass girl. And she becomes friends with a bunch of relatable weirdos. Like Zarin, he's really funny, and he hits on everyone, which is relatable, again. And then she has some other friends, and pretty much she goes through, like, a bit of a, like, she has a struggle with all the work and stuff and all the stress, and pretty much reveals the flaws of the dumbass school system.
That's pretty much it. And, like, there was, like, one major thing she didn't mention, but, like, she develops anxiety, and so it's, like, also addressing mental illness and stuff. But she pretty much covered it real well, but she's been reading it chapter by chapter, so she's really up to date. I guess, like, nothing away, you know? Because, like, I just made it quick and...
Main character likes chemistry.
Photoshop.
He drinks, new superhero autopilot, drinks the goddamn thing, he gulps it down. Besides Spider-Man, this one is a lot braver. And he develops airplane wings and he can fly.
Okay, so I was originally going to do this as a novel, but for some reason it just wouldn't come out as a novel, and so I'm going to do it as a screenplay eventually. And basically what it is this kid named Zachary, he's like 17, he lives in New York City. Something happens to him and he's like, well, I gotta get out of here for a little bit, and so he goes down to Oklahoma to visit his mom, who's a chemist, and she works with a top secret
Organization.
project for the government, and Zarin, wrong Z name, Zachary is like, ooh, I'm sciencey, can I see? And she's like, LOL, no, sorry, hun, it's like top secret.
I don't blame her. If that was my little, like, shit stain of a son, like, no.
I mean, like, he's not like, let me see. He's like, can I see, Mom? Because, like, I'm really interested in smart, and like, yeah. And so he tries to, like, he asks her if she can do it, and she's like, no. And then something happens, and she's like, actually, Zach, we need your help with this. Please come help. And so he helps him, but by doing that, he's basically a guinea pig, and so he has to drink this substance they've been making.
I knew it.
And basically, like, I haven't worked it all out yet, but what I'm planning on doing is making it the substance put someone on autopilot so that, like, someone can kind of, like, control him and, like, get him to do what they want. I haven't worked out all the details yet, but that's what I'm planning.
That's scary as shit. I would never drink that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just, I haven't gotten very far.
So is he, like, a boy genius?
He's pretty smart.
Jimmy Neutron.
He's Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
His ex-girlfriend has pink hair.
Ooh.
I don't know why I said that, but, like, yeah, that was just a fact, like. But yeah, that's it.
Let's yeet on out of here.
This was Karou. See you later.
This was Shatter.